11, fucking hell. Oh, I need to put his charger in. Right, I'm live. Oh. It's too much and that burns my fucking ears. Yes, Joe, I had to go live, man. I couldn't listen to that guff talk, bro. Fucking listening to them fucking idiots, Gar, Julian, and listen to that shit, bro. It's just fucking mental health, mate. Yes, Joe, I just had to do a live. I couldn't listen to the guff talk, bro. It's fucking winding me up, man. I can't hear anything. It's too many people talking and that. Yeah, Joe, man, it was to my fucking loafing. Some fucking idiots on expos. That's made you with the nail on the head, bro. Can't fucking go. I can't deal with that. Fucking just it burns my brain. You know when they were talking, right? The first fucking like hour of it, it was all good, bro. But well, hello, how are you, mate? Yeah, I had to drop off, bro. Yeah, bruv, PD. I couldn't listen to that fake guard man talk, bro, and I can't do it, bro. It's nothing personal against them, right? They're balloons, absolute balloons, fucking. I'm not to say, you know, I like Expo, right? The others, bro, dickheads, bruv. Pete, how are the dogs doing anyway, mate? Hope they're all well. I got StreamYard back. I just paid for it, so I can have people on. I'll put the link out and yeah, but PD, mate, I can't do it. Bro, I had it for 2 years, mate. I can't listen to that shit anymore. It's just the same repetitive stuff, Lion King and Julian, a pure melt. Bro, listen, it's nothing personal, right? But I would love nothing better, right? Just to punch Julian in his forehead, bro. Even if I broke every fucking knuckle doing it, bro. God, he drives my fucking absolute Mongols. I don't like using a Mongol word, right? But they're fucking Mongols, right? Are the highest fucking order. There's, man, it's boring, bro. Boring shit, man. Let's get this fucking link out to have a proper talk and that. There you go. Wait, let me get this link out. 2 seconds. So what's the topic for tonight, people? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? That's up to Jhon. No, we can talk about Lindsay. We can talk about anything, bro. I don't give a fuck, bro. I gone past like, oh, this person was in this chat, bro. I fuck that. Fuck that. Just sitting down, chilling with the dogs, wrapping a spliff as I'm talking to you. This is not about this shit's not about views over here. I enjoy going at Lion King. He's actually one of the better ones these days, but he just won. Do you know what? Why Lion King seems you can tell he's a PD's a nice, gentle lad, right? And he's one of them people, right? I could actually, you know, if I was queued up with him, I could stick 6 months out with him, but I could push it that long. Do you know what I mean? Oh, my wife just said then she loves it when you say fool. Go on, say it. Go on. Go on, tell him.
You're a fool.
My wife, you know, when you call someone a fool online, when you call you fool, a PD, she loves it. She laughs her fucking head off, bro. I'm not even joking. Not even joking. She fucking thinks you're. Oh, she loves you to bits, mate. It's got a spliff on the go, people. Listen, I'm part of no group on YouTube, and I'll go anywhere I want to. PD. That's why I thought. Well, I thought they threw me under the bus, but it's not my character just burnt out. You know, I got fed up with the same thing and back in the same thing, and I'm just like, fuck it, bro. Do you know what I mean? I just do my own thing, and I know. It's like me, I'm not part. If I was part of any PD, you're a leader, not a sheep fella. Always, yeah, pinning that one. And PD, that's not licking your ass, mate. You don't realise how good you are on here, lad. You know. So one thing I'm really looking forward to, we've pushed it to Monday. I'm going to do a proper talk, right, boys, about because I've researched it really, really well about methadone, Subutex, right, and this butanol injection, right, at the moment, right, that butanol injection, right, was only given to certain people, yeah, who had like a big pull on that, like social media, and basically they're picking people to be, right, like their poster boy for this new drug that's come out to manage drug addiction is an injection. But I read an Indian medical paper saying it's one of the most prolonged addiction management medication to come off. I work all week in cold, miserable garage. I look forward to YouTube banter in the evening. That's the last few months. It's shit. Yeah, Joe, I hate to admit you made everything you just fucking said, but you just hit the nail on the head. It's like I'm talking with, Eddie, man. You know I got love for this guy. You know I got love for this guy, man. I call him the mini Joe Mencho, man. Him and Joe Mencho, they're just funny as fucking ain't. Super, like, funny and that. Super funny, man. PD, man, you want banter? The only bit of banter channel it is where no one gets offended, right, is flavours. It's flavours. Yeah, Saki, lad. Yeah, that was funny, though. Do you see fucking thingy? Joe Mencho fucking winding up, what's his name? He's bare winding him up, money winding up Dougie and that. Look, I know I sound like a scratch record, right? It's not personal. I'm just saying it for, and I am a fan, right? I just want to see fucking Dean, right, smash the fucking kip out of fucking what's it called, Dougie Joyce, man. I'm like, you know, I'd pay for that, but I'd go and buy a table to see it, bro. You know what I mean? Eddie Casanova, bro. How could I forget Casanova, man? It's just some funny people, I mean. See, Casanova, I could actually go and meet him, right? I would have actually go meet him, have a couple of beers with him. Where's my lighter? So I'd be honest, right? Look, you two can have a go back in the thing, right? And I'm not backing that Lindsay or this hello guy. Yeah, but look, I don't think bro, listen, if he was a Decker supporter, he'd probably be out of your mum. But you two can feel free to argue, bro. I'd love a one to one with Dougie on a live. I'll give him a stroke. Bruv, listen, you've done a 1-to-1 with Dougie, right? Bruv, listen, that people flipping and talking about that for ages. You know, that can, something like that, right? You know, you got that's getting him triggered, going at the screen and that. You know, and he got Dougie grits his teeth, bruv. That'd be the most funniest thing ever. Yeah, because I'll pin that comment, right? If you can read that comment on the screen, look, right? I can't tell anyone how to run their channels, right? Or who to have on the chat or whatever, right? That's his choice at the end of the day. If Dougie wants to pay me, I'll promote his. Bro, listen, what we're doing now, PD, you know what we're doing now? Just talking about it, bro. That's self-promoting him. That's self-promoting him. I have just blocked him, John Lindsay. You're a member on deck. Oh, he's a member on Deckie's channel, is he? Oh, Lindsay, man, that's a big letdown, bro. No, man. Bro, listen, right? I'll have to check that up and then I'll take action on it, okay? Because I can't take someone's word in a chat, right? So what I'll do, I'll have a look into it and that, bro. I'll have a look into that. Don't forget, I'm a realist. Do I know if someone says something in the chat, right, about someone? I'll have a little look into it first, I will. Dougie Joyce would never fight Dean as he's got too much to lose if Dean wins. What a fucking comment, sir. What a comment. Yeah, it's never going to fucking happen. But never. Mark my words, that fight, right, just, it's non-existent. And in the real world, right, because they're cousins and they're related, I would love nothing better for them two, right, to sit down alone, right, early morning, yeah, sit down alone, get up early, sit down and fucking talk it up like men. Why real men, right, don't use violence all the time, right? Because violence lands you in jail, right? And I'm sorry, right? That's not clever. Yeah, and fighting, why is just shit in it, boys. Do you know what I mean? You get to a certain age where you're not embarrassed, but you see someone off you for a fight, why and you just don't fight, you can turn around, I can look at someone, I know where they're going to fight or not, throw a punch. Do you know what I mean? And there's no harm, why, in fucking just running or walking the other way, just letting them call you all the names under the sun. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I can smell it. They're burning rubbish outside, don't they? Yeah, we got all the foreigners burning rubbish outside, man. John, you can't fight. Shut up. You're not about the life. I know. Sorry, PD. I don't fight, mate. I just fucking let my dogs do it for me, bro. I'm not that stupid to fight. PD, look, people who get into fights all the time, right? You got to either be stupid, right, or not in control of your mental faculties, bro. Be clever. Don't fight. Do you know what I mean? Don't get yourself into a situation where you're going to be like that, you know? But PD, I'm going to let you into a little secret. You know why I wear that? I got it on now. Do you know why I wear that stab-proof vest? And it's the God's honest truth out of character, PD. Do you know why? My ex-wife was a 7-foot Mexican. She was a practicing Hindu as well. Fucking feet like skidoos, mate. Feet like skidoos. Yeah, so now you know, man. Don't ever fuck, right, with a 7-foot Mexican chick, right, who's practices Hinduism, bro. You know, that shit's steep, bro. Nah, PD, I'm only small, mate. I'm only small, bro. Eddie will tell you, listen, I'm 5 foot dead. I'm 5 foot dead. I'm not that big, bro. Paul Taylor, it's true. It's true, right? My ex-wife used to beat me up all the time, right? And it was nowhere to hide in the house, right? So I used to hide in a trainer and that because I'm like really small. I'm about 8.5 stone, 9 stone on a good day, right? So, right, when my ex-wife used to get angry and there was no heroin, right, I'd just dive into a shoe and I would. 5'6". Eddie, you lucky bastard. You lucky fucking bastard, bruv. 5'6", man. You got 6 inches on me, bro. You know. John still plays with Barbie dolls. Fucking hell, mate. I've got a house full of fucking like girls, haven't I? Fucking bruv, look, this Barbie doll's right in front of me to my fucking left. Look at this shit, bro. The fuck's this, man? Ethical Barbie, bro. Right there, PD, man. Look at this shit. Look at that shit, bro. The fuck, we got ethical Barbie. Do you know what I mean? Fucking ethical Barbie, bro. Some black Barbie, man. If that's not fucking forward thinking, right? And millennialism, right? I don't know what the fuck is, bro. 2'6", 6'2". Sorry, fucking hell. What is that in diameter? Cushy washy. Is that in diameter? Fuck it now, mate. There's a bit of Sean Kersey going on here, lads. Let me get this link up, man. Let's get someone on. Oh, PD, man. I knew he was... Don't go, Julian. Won't go now. But look, I look like I own a corner shop, bruv. Come on. Fucking hell, man. What about Iron Mike? Size 15. True story. That's not Paul Taylor Cook, is it? Fucking hell, man. I used to be on Paddy's doing the conspiracy talks and that. PD, you know the Nimitz video of the UFO? Do you know what I think they're doing? You know, recently, the past 3 years, we've had loads of UFO videos. I think they're just conditioning us. It's not UFOs. It's I think it's a new magnetic electro. Basically, I think it's a new release of energy. What's going to be, because obviously we've had coal energy, then we went to the combustion engine, and now I think we're on the next phase, and I think we're just being drip fed it. John, I could see why you keep the camera off. I thought you were a tough Brussels sprout. Fucking bruv, listen, I told you, man, I'm 5 foot, bro. 5 foot. I look like I own a corner shop, bruv. Fucking hell, man, I've had a hard paper on, like. It's madness. There's this YouTube, new people in Scouts that try calling me a creep for playing GTA with Ministry of Madness. A guy on YouTube and he streams But that Expo started his channel with FIFA. Man, no one gives a fuck, bro, man. I got past it, bro. Like, even reminiscing, no, man, I'm past all of that, bro. That he said or they did, or just, I see it all as funny, you know, man. Oh, shit, I gotta get them out, haven't I? There's this link out. PG, do you want to jump on and tell me how hard you are, lads? I wouldn't mind that. It'd entertain me. Right there, let's get get some link out. There you go. PP, jump on, lad. Tell me the errors in my way, man. Tell me where I'm going wrong. Jump on and cause trouble, then, you big balloon head. Fucking hell, man. You can actually hold an intelligent conversation. You know, I can let people roast me. I sit back and let them do it. I don't say a thing. And then, like, I gather the information, then I go in, boom. Yeah, but PP, man, I'd rather like a nice slim fit. Yeah, PP, should I be honest, right? Listen, you look like you've been on the pipe, mate. Well, you've lost a lot of weight, bro. I hope you're on one of them mad crack binges, bro. Fucking hell, PP, man, please, bro. Come on, man. Leave the pipe alone, bro. Yeah, be smoking on that or wire, bro. What one, man? Bet you PD saying now scraping the pipe, innit? Oh, PD, man, you're a funny fucker. Don't talk about UFOs, John, the expert in anything. PP will turn up with his verbal diarrhea. Do you know what? I love PP, right? But he's fucking boring, isn't he? He's so fucking boring, he's funny. Yeah, PP, man. What? PD. What's going on, right? Because you're looking a bit emaciated on malnutrition there, bro. You know, it's not like you, man. You're a thick set guy, you know. PP gives another a headache. Do you know what? Right on them lines. You know when you got someone with bipolar, right? He's got non-functional bipolar, haven't he? And he's a fantasist. It's nothing personal. I genuinely like the kid. That what's his name? That fake hard man, Lion King. I forgot what he's gonna fucking say now. Imagine if your dad was PP, you'd have to kill him to get him off YouTube. Too embarrassing. Yeah, that's it. That's what I was gonna say. Lion King's bipolar, right? Gives my bipolar. Do you know what I mean? No, that's saying a fucking lot. Yeah, she is. It's on, man. It's fucking YouTube, bro. Fucking YouTube, man. You hit the nail on the head, Kush. Julian was awfully quiet tonight, wasn't he? I noticed his MO. He's awfully quiet when he's got his little backup on. He like shouting over people, don't he? Fucking hate all that, bro. Just fucking all get a lot. That you don't even. I don't even want to get along with them, bro. I just do my own shit, bro. They all still fucking yapping over there. Fuck, I can't deal with all that, bro. Can't deal with it, man. Stop being wet wipes, man. Someone jump on the fucking panel, cause murder or something. Tell me the errors in my way, people. Stop being wet wipes, man. PD, I wouldn't mind a little roast off for you, lad, actually. You know. You can tell me how much you're my boss and that, lad. I like it, bro. I think it's funny. PD, I was thinking he was sending you a Dougie Joyce whiskey and getting you all drunk on the live stream and that. You know, coordinate with you behind the scenes, make sure you're drinking it and that, catch you on like a really bad, like depression relaxing day, you know, where you're indoors all day and watching YouTube, and I'll be like, I'll send you a couple of quid, man. On me, I'm going to buy you a drink, bro. Then just go, come on at night all fucking raging. Fucking hell, I think everyone in this chat is everyone that's fucking blocked. Everyone that's blocked over there, man. What you think of Marty Blackwood and his bum chums being Dickie's new camera crew enabler? Enforcer, I don't. What? Honest to God, right? I don't watch all of that. I don't watch it, bro. I've watched about 3 lives that Decker's done, and in one of them lives, I jumped on and trolled him, bro. You know, but I can't keep up with all of that. Anton claims the fame is he's got interviewed for the Jamie. Fucking, that's a dark comment, man. That's fucking fair play. So what's everyone doing tonight, man? You all just sat there smoking up, you? Joe, man, it's been a proper quiet weekend in Cardiff, and usually quiet, bro. Very, very quiet. Joe, honestly, God, I'm proud of the boys down here. Really proud of them. But that's fucking disgusting, Jamie got nicked, bro. Fucking terrible. The boy just got out of jail as well, didn't he? I got a guess. What's happening, Matt? How are you, lad?
What's happening, John, bro? You good, mate?
Yeah, I can't. I was listening to that over there. I just thought, fuck it, I can't listen to it all. It's too much of an headache. I can't keep up with it.
Yeah, it's fucking nothing but hassle anyway. Best off stopping away from it, mate.
I know. I'd say, right, I want to ask you a question. Seeing it as a fan perspective, right, from just an observer on YouTube, do you think Dougie and Dina can fight? And 2, if they do fight, who can you see winning?
I can see Dean winning, mate.
Oh, one, we got PD on the panel. What a panel. You know what? I hate to say
Hello, Matty. Hello, Matty. What's popping?
Hey, the PD. How are you going up? The family are blessed, mate, and the dogs and that. Hope you're good, brother.
So, what have you been up to, sunshine?
Been up to fuck all, mate. It's fucking shit, innit? Can't be arsed with this YouTube. It's just gone proper down the pan and down the Swanee, PD, mate.
Well, you kind of made enough money off it, maybe, no?
Nah, I didn't make fuck all off it, bro.
No?
No, I bought myself a new Lamborghini and a few dogs. That's all I made off it, bro.
Oh,
so, what's all this shit they're saying about you?
Because they just try and bring your name down, don't they? That's what it's like, PD. You know the fucking
fucking tell it. Well, I always said it about you anyway. I knew you were a charity thief from the start, so.
Yeah, I've never done out for charity before. I know you was a little bit of a thief and that as well back in your past, you know what I mean?
No. Never stole anything. I sold drugs, but I never stole anything.
Yeah, I've never stole anything. I've been fortunate that I've never had to steal anything. I've always had fucking...
Bro, we've seen your fucking house. You done it for £1,000. It's in the newspaper. It's tacky as fuck. Come on, let's be straight. Yeah. We know you don't have a pot to piss in. Let's not play that game.
Fucking tacky as fuck. Have you seen that little fucking umbrella board? What you live in with the wooden windows? Don't start that game, brother.
Bro, you're in the paper. Let's not be straight. You would live in a council house with your little tacky £1,000 fucking fake silver.
No,
fake.
I did live in a council. I did live in a council. I did live in a council house. The council house is bought. The council house is bought. The council house is
probably bought off your YouTube donations. Let's be straight, like. Let's be
no.
straight.
I bought my house in Beverly Hills off the YouTube donations.
Oh, please, man. Brilliant. This is how it's meant to be, lads, isn't it? Just I'm not going to chat and not taking it personal and that. Do you know what I mean? It's like, come off it, boys, right? Everyone's got to have a hustle.
I always said this dickhead was a fucking space cadet and a scammer from day one. There's nothing personal. So
Yeah,
you
but
dickheads ended
YouTube,
up paying
PD,
for
you
his
hit the
fucking
nail on the head.
lifestyle.
It's YouTube. It's not
I think
personal.
it's funny like that. Like when people get warned and they still pay fucking. The worst thing I actually feel sorry for you, Matty, is you actually didn't go to Turkey and get new teeth out of all that money.
I've
I
had
know
no
the fake
teeth done.
little silver and the
I've
fake
had
little
no
stuff in
teeth
fucking
done.
Tesco. I know the little shiny
I've
stuff
had
in
no
Tesco
teeth
you
done.
bought for a house. It might have said you should have got Turkey teeth though.
I've had a pair of them crooked gravestones what you've got implanted in your Top Gun.
Oh,
Which one?
Go on. Well, man, that was a good one. Cooking gravestones. PD, how would you apply to that comment, bro?
Show us your teeth, Matty. I don't even want to see your fridge. Show me your teeth.
You'll be taking teeth out of your dog and putting them in your gums.
I got tears running out my eyes, buddy.
Come on, Matty. Show us your teeth. I don't want to see your fridge. Show me your teeth.
You can't see my teeth, it's surprise. These have cost a lot. I've taken loads of great vouchers and absence
You
to
can't
get
see it
these.
because it's black and it's dark out. You little scruff.
The fact of the fact is, PD, you'll still do nothing about it anyway.
What was funny, Matty, was...
You telling me we'll do nothing.
I thought this was funny with Matty.
You fool, Pete.
Me and Matty fell out around maybe the end of August, September. Matty the fool.
Yeah, for calling my hand.
A couple of months later, and then he agreed with us. Fuck your spastic. I'll call you a spastic all day long because you are a spastic.
I said you called me a spastic. You're handicapped spastic. You
couldn't count the tables, fucking cunt. And I will call you like that. You didn't handicap spastic. You can't give me a fucking man. Shut your mouth, you stinky idiot. Shut your mouth, you union. Why you scruffy cunt? Would you like another £1,000 to do this year? You might need new shiny
You got picked out of Ireland. You got picked out of Ireland.
Scruffy cunt. You took money off vulnerable women and vulnerable people. You sucked them in. You took their money and you stuck it in your little shitty Chanel silver fucking wallpaper.
Yeah, what are you going to do about it? You're going to do nothing about it.
I'm going to sit here and rip the piss out of you all night long. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sit here all night long and rip the piss out of you. That's what I'm going to do. You little scruffy. Because you can't do anything.
You're in the paper for a building dog. You're in the paper for a building dog. Shut your fucking mouth. Come on, please.
Up here, what you say? I've 7 foot VW transporters on the window. Shut your mouth. You don't even clean your own windows.
Shut your mouth, you little bacon. Shut your mouth, you bacon.
See, no banter. Another one. Use that. You're wrong and you're pedophile. No banter, donkey teeth. Donkey teeth. No banter, scruffy cunt. Now my food's outside. I'll be back in a minute. Go on, talk all your shit you want.
So funny, you little smelly Irish cunt. Fuck off. Little Irish fucking idiot, little fucking smelly onion breath cunt. Nobody else gone? Is everybody off the panel? Hey? Hey? PD, you little tramp, you little dosser. Little dog abuser. Where have you gone? Anybody there? You there, John?
Sorry, wait there. I'm going to move around my signal. Wait there. I've got to go near the room. My signal. Yeah, but see, it was like that little thing that just happened there with PD, right? It's not. I know it's not personal from PD. Yeah, I know it's not personal for Matty, right? And we're all just here to have a chat, right? Nothing will ever come of it. No one's ever going to meet anyone, right? And that's just the way it's meant to be. Everyone just jump on, have a little laugh, and that's it.
So good, isn't it, bro? I love it, mate.
Man, answer me, lads.
Can you hear me?
I know, I can tell, I can see you getting sucked back a bit.
Is that, bro?
PD, hurry up, get your fucking takeaway, lad. Come back. Fucking hell, man, I think we got PD back on the scene. But look, yeah, I think PD, man, I know you're on your hands and knees right now, scrubbing that shit up, bruv. Fucking hell, man, what you don't put your knee in it, PD? PD got his tongue off. Fucking hell. He's going to be there with an insemination kit catching it, isn't he? Oh, God. Matty, it's nice to see you back, lads. How's the family?
I'm back, baby. I'm back. Look, Scuffy cunt.
It's
I don't
good,
have to feed myself off
lasagnas.
We don't have to feed off Andy lasagnas in this house, Scuffy cunt.
Oh, you've been in rehab. You've been in rehab. You look like you're on crack. You've been on rehab, Peter. You look like you're on crack, bro.
Shut up. Look, it's not personal, right? But look, you know when you put your picture on earlier on, right? Look, you look like you've been on a pipe for about a week and a half, bro. I'm not going to lie.
It's about 6 weeks.
About 6 weeks, I thought so, man. Yeah, you've got to cut them binges.
Yeah, it's right, bro. Don't be putting out false narratives.
What was the PD? What was the rumor? What was the rumor about you getting locked up, PD? What was going about on YouTube? What was all that about?
I put that out there just to see who would say it. I
heard about it. Why did you go missing? Did you buy a pub or something? Did you buy a pub? I heard you about it.
Remember that time with me and you? That night with me and you on your panel.
Yeah.
For me, when that happened, I looked at it for a couple of days after, and this is straight up, Matty. You know, I like having a laugh at you, whatever. People say
I heard you apologise. I heard you overnight. I heard you turn around and say, look, you was out of order.
Genuinely, right? No, genuinely. I looked at it for a couple of days after, and I said, you know what? If YouTube is going to make me this angry, this is bullshit.
Yeah, I agree with you, PD. It's fucking gone down the pad. It's gone down the Swanee, bro.
Good man, PD. Good man. Glad you're having this chat.
Genuinely, right? I just said, right, I'm going to pull myself away from this. I went off and just started working in a bar. Just started working it, just to do something, just to get myself out of the house. I know I had the dogs.
Occupy your mind. Occupy your mind.
Do something, just get out of the house.
Yeah.
And then
did you find it was causing a lot of arguments between you and your missus being on here as well?
Not really, no, because she's been not really because 3 years ago maybe, but not then. She's used to it. I've been doing this a long time.
Yeah, I know you have. You've been on years, haven't you? Really, you were on another side of it, weren't you?
Not last year, no. Before, yes, but not last year, no. But it got to the stage where
you was in a corner with that like Jake Away Day and fucking that area and that before, weren't you? Before all this.
No, that wasn't even a corner. That was just me just going on and taking the piss out of people. There was a lot more other corners. A lot more before all that.
What's your personal opinion then, PD? What's your personal opinion on all the fucking hate and that what's on YouTube at the moment? Kids getting doxxed and shit.
Be honest, out of character, PD. What's your honest opinion?
I was actually just about to ask you that question next, to be honest. And for me, I don't agree with none of it. I'm not being a part of any of it. I'm not even jumping on panels.
Listen, my name's been dragged into it, but I've never doxed. Anybody can tell you on my channel. I've never doxed anybody.
I've never doxed anyone, but you probably robbed a load of people, but whatever.
PD, I put my PayPal up. Listen, I'm not going into the PayPal. I've put my PayPal up. I had just fucking short of $1,000 in it. That's all I earned. Do you know what I mean? So that's what people can take what they want. My PayPal's been up in a fucking.
That's all right. It's been, look, you can't go back.
John, shush. I'm talking to Matty. Shush, John. So from my point of view,
go on, PD. I like you putting your PD's back. Go on, then I'll put it on.
I'll rip the piss out of you. I'll rip the piss out of John. I went on Expos a few minutes ago. I had a bit of a banter with Lion King. I'm not being on panels where they're sharing fucking wives and ex-girlfriends' pictures and families' pictures.
It's out of order. It's out of order. It's fucking wrong. It's disgusting.
And then this thing with wow, like fucking Shufflin's fucking baby mama was fucking 17 and Irish's baby mama was 17. I'm sorry. And you can clip all this, all you little fucking woke fucking clowns on YouTube. Clip this. I don't give a flying fuck if the girl is 17, it's legal. If the girl is 18 and you're fucking 52 and she's 18, it's legal. Why are you running down this little road of trying to stereotype people as fucking wrong'uns when there's real wrong'uns out there and you're not even fucking focused on it? That's what bugs me with this.
I know where you're coming from. I know exactly where you're coming from.
There's fucking millionaires out there that are 50 and 60 that are with 20 and 21-year-olds and no one bats an eyelid. But just because I don't like you, Matty, and you had sex with a 18-year-old girl and you're 10 years older, you're a wrong'un, or Shufflin was fucking 4 or 5 years old. Like, why are you doing this? You're making a fool of yourself, lads.
I've not even mentioned it. It's got fuck all to do with me. I don't give a fuck.
Do you know what it is? His point scoring. We did hang on, lad. Right? I'll give my rundown on it. Do you know what it is? His point scoring and his virtue signalling. Yeah.
It's bullshit, man. They'll go after the people
hang on, right? And they want to be made out to be better people and to be better than you, right? So when somebody does that, you know, they're insecure. There's a lot of insecure people on here with mental health.
For me, on the other day, when I saw Irish, I think, trigger first. Irish trigger first, whatever he said. And one of the comments went, that's 1-0 to Fighting Irish. And then Shufflin fired back. Then someone said, that's 1-1. And then that turns into a game where Irish has to be now 2-1 up, and then Shufflin has to go 2-2, and then Shufflin has to go 3-2 up, and then they're just going to start throwing out waffle, absolute waffle about each other. That's not funny for me. I don't want to watch that stuff. I don't want to hear that.
I said last night, Pete, all the banter's gone. Like, remember when Peanut was on the panel and fucking Ash drinking everybody and fucking Uncle K? That was banter. Now it's just stepped over the line.
Did you see Ash drink the other night when he killed Kelly?
No, I haven't seen it, bro. I ain't been on. I've lost my channel. I've lost the Cess channel. So I don't do lives and that no more.
The boys were taking the piss out of him the other night. They pushed him a little bit. Remember that whole thing that with the boxing the night? Remember when fucking Peanut ended up sleeping beside Kelly or whatever happened?
Oh yeah.
The boys were pushing Ash, and I don't think they knew Ash, but they kept saying, "Oh, you said to everyone that Kelly got raped by Harlem." And he snapped on Kelly, going, "Just fucking tell him what happened." And you could hear her terrified in the background. It's like, I'm sorry, that's not for me. I'm not being a part of that.
That's kind of shit what can make a man break the limits and do something daft to somebody else or do something daft to himself. Do you know what I mean?
Yep. And for what? A laugh on YouTube? For fucking handicap retarded cunts sitting at home, don't even go outside the fucking door to laugh at.
Not worth it, is it, Peter? Not worth it.
Nah,
not worth it.
Fuck off. No way. No fucking way.
Not worth it at all. It's not. It's just got, like I said, it's just got fucking way out of hand. This YouTube, everybody's fucking at each other's throats, and listen, I'm glad I pulled away from the shit because I just can't be arsed with it. I really can't be fucking arsed with it. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't give a fuck what goes on outside my 4 walls as long as it doesn't happen inside my 4 walls. As long as my wife, my kids are safe, I couldn't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's
well said. Well said.
Best thing I've done is come away from YouTube. It's a fucking shit show at the moment. You know what I mean?
It's very bad, yeah.
When you get all these channels, right, and they're live constantly and they're live all the way through the night, and it's the same type of people on there, you can profile it and see what it's like. That's why I just thought, you know what, fuck it, right? I'm even bored talking about it, boys. Do you know what I mean? It's repetitive. It's repetitive and it's toxic. And exactly like PD said, right? One of them does something, the other one has got to do one to a one-up on them, right? And do you know what happens? You become the thing, right, that these people on YouTube have hated and preached. And I've seen good people like Julian. And let's be honest, right, Julian, right? I loved that guy when he first came here, yeah? But he's just come, right, all that side of YouTube, right? They become the very thing they fucking hate.
John, if you do a post right now, you can do a post right now saying, PD is a city cunt. Then I do a post going, Jhon is a prick. Then you'll do a post saying, PD's a wanker. Then I'll do a post saying, I'll smash your head in. Then you'll do a post saying, well, come fight me. And like that's not like, YouTube should be about like debates, talking about things, educational stuff, a bit of banter, a bit of comedy, a bit of freedom of speech, a bit of freedom of mind, and a bit of humor. Where is that now? Where is any of that
It can't
now?
be recovered. It can be recovered, right? But
It can be on
got to have the mentality not to keep pushing and talking about that shit.
It has to be done completely on a complete breakdown. It has to be a couple of smart people pulling away and setting up their own little side of YouTube and not adding people then on your accounts that are on this side, so the algorithm won't pull them in, and it can be done.
I did it. I took Cess. I didn't do lives. Jhon will tell you, but I started posting shorts, and they still jumped on me back and reported my fucking channel. Do you know what I mean?
I have another channel, and I won't tell you what it is. And I've never gone live, and all I do is comment. And there's about 400 subs just off that, and that has none of this side of YouTube. None.
It's gone down fucking hill. It's gone downhill big time. In the past 2 years, you'll have seen yourself from PD from when you first come on YouTube, how much it's just turned into a big snowball and got out of control.
It was 20.
Well, you two give me a subject then. What should we starting from next week? We'll start it on a Monday. You two tell me what subject you want me, what we can talk about. I'll kick it off, and if you two want to jump in, you can jump in.
I think PD's hit the nail on the head. I think PD's hit the nail on the head. Instead of calling everybody bakers and enablers on here, we should be concentrating on the real fucking wrong-uns, what are about in the society.
But I don't know. I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry. No. I don't want to come on YouTube after a long day's fucking work or a load of stress with me kids or me fucking woman or me dogs and talk about bacons and wrong-uns. I want to come on YouTube and have an educated debate and fucking talk about something that's going on in the world. Now the Taliban have taken over Afghanistan, the heroin production has gone down. What about Russia and Ukraine? What about China? What about why can't none of you talk about that stuff?
Yeah, what's going on in Serbia, Ukraine, and all the
thing is, I'll be honest with you. You start mentioning that Russia, Ukraine, and all that fucking Afghanistan, and YouTube don't want you to speak about it. They want to fucking shut you down.
When you want to be monetized, but this is my point. My channel has never been monetized. I've never monetized one channel ever in my life on YouTube. Never monetized one channel. I don't give a fuck if they strike me down. I'll just make a new one. I just want to come on and talk about what I want to talk about. Not this, I want to fight you, or you're a thief and you're a fucking dog beater. That don't interest me anymore. I've got
a question for you then. If Donald Trump was still in power in America, do you think this war would have gone out? Do you think it would have started this war?
No, he warned us. He was standing there with Hillary, right, with the presidential debate. Right, he didn't virtue signal. He warned us. Right, he warned us about it. Yeah, this phone call he had. Right, they tried to impeach him. Listen to this. They tried to impeach him.
I have 5 Ukrainian ladies working for me. I have 5 Ukrainian ladies working for me. 3 of them ladies' husbands are on the front line, and they're showing me videos every day coming through on Telegram. I can show you videos.
Sorry, PD.
It's for people in the UK and Ireland. It's different. I can get one of the girls to even come on here one night and tell you what's going on in Ukraine, to their country. And there's fucking 19 to 35-year-olds. There's millions of them. There's millions of them in Europe, and they're not at home fighting for their country.
They got no choice. Listen, all the women would
have a choice. They're big pussies, Jhon.
Did you see the young pro boxer from Ukraine, that Klasichenko, what's just been killed on the front line? He's a professional boxer for Ukraine. He went to fight, just been killed.
Do you know Klitschko hasn't been seen for months? They said that Klitschko, right, was killed in a precision bombing, right? I think that's all bullshit.
Well, Klitschko.
I'll get Irene on here one night. I'll get Irene on here one night. Her husband's on the front line in Backrat, or Backmat, whatever it's called. She shows me some videos on a daily, man. This woman drives a Harley, she's tattooed up the fuck. She's hard as fuck. She scares me to a point. She's a waitress, works for me. And and you people want to be jumping on here and on about fuck, like. This
PD,
stuff
right?
don't
Look, I'm
interest me.
doing one with Smithers, right? As I said about because I read a medical paper about it's to do with drug management, right, and how people's got off it, right. So what I'm gonna do, right? I'm gonna do that while you just hang in the background. Yeah, you see how that goes, right? Because it's none of all hype talk and anything, right? You see how that goes. If it goes well, right, the next one I'll talk about Ukraine, right, and how these other countries are facilitating the war, right, and we're going to talk about it, right, if from the Russian side, why the Russians, right, and we're going to have opposing views.
Russians are fucked now. Ukrainians are in on Russian land.
Listen, Vladimir, listen, Putin was pushed into it. Why?
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. That's a stupid statement. Answer that. How was Putin pushed into it?
Right. You know when that basically said it's classed as Ukraine, isn't it? Right on the Russian border.
What do you mean it's classed as Ukraine? It's a country fucking 6 times the size of the UK.
Yeah, but
it's been a Ukraine for 20 years, bro.
I'm on about the states, the borders, right, with Russia.
They're on about a little bit of land the size of fucking Devon and Cornwall. That's Ukrainian land, and what they did, and this is from the Ukrainian people that have told me, what they did was they took the simple, normal people from them villages. They moved them all out, and they moved the other parts to Russia, and they moved the smart, intelligent, pro-Russian people back into them villages, right on the border, into Ukraine. And that's how they got the takeover, because them people were all pro-Russia, we want Russia, we want Russia. It's a bigger. Them Russians play more propaganda than you'll ever even think of, brother. And answer your statement that Putin was pushed. Was Putin pushed into this? Putin's his own man.
I spoke to someone who spoke to me about it, right? Where they said, look, try and have a look at the Russian point of view. Right. He basically said that state that was bordering on a Russian border, none of them spoke Ukraine, they all spoke Russian. Their utilities were coming from Russia. Ukraine were paying for them utilities and the upkeep of it, and those people were putting that in, and this is just a teeny part of it. They were putting that money into their bank accounts, right? It's nothing against Ukraine, right? But Ukraine and some of their officials, right, are very corrupt. They were classed the third most corrupt country 2014, and I think it was 2017 as well. They were voted the third most corrupt country in Europe, you know. So basically Putin tried everything. This is what I'm just saying.
So that means the whole country gets devastated, they get bombed like fuck. What about the UK corrupt politicians? What about the Irish corrupt politicians? What about the American corrupt politicians? So just because there's a few
corruption no matter where you go, lad. No matter where you go. So that's a point easier corrupted than others.
But let me and you I'm president of Ireland, you're president of fucking Wales. I don't like you. Let me just blow the whole shit out of Cardiff. Let me blow all Swansea up. And that's okay, is it? Because I don't like you. That's bullshit, man.
It's a lot of political. It's all political. It was going on for ages and ages. They wouldn't come to the table. They wouldn't talk. Putin wanted them officially to...
Hold on. Yeah, it's easy to be sitting in a fucking nuclear... It's easy to... Don, it's easy to sit in a nuclear fucking bunker and make a decision of, boom, yeah, 16 cruise missiles into Kiev right now, into a dedicated fucking civilian area, and blow a load of, yeah, okay, let me send 2 cruise missiles into Cardiff right now, blow you and your whole family up. How are you going to feel about that?
Oh, you got a point. It's good.
So don't be making stupid statements, brother. Don't be making stupid. This is what both me people on YouTube that don't know what's really going on, making stupid statements. I'll send 2 cruise missiles right now, John. Blow your house up and your whole family's house up. But that's okay because it's an act of war. Fuck off, John.
No, you got it wrong. I didn't say it was all right. I didn't say you insinuated that upon me that I said that. I didn't. What I said, right, was that they were arguing. Putin was sending money back and forth. He wanted them to come to the table to talk. Right? There was no dialect. There was no nothing. Right? Then you had the plane that got shot down. Yeah. World wasn't really as much as bothered as they should have. Right? And that was a powder keg that set everything off. And then it was tit for tat.
This has intrigued me. I'm going to get Irina one night. Come on. Irina's fucking husband is a general in Bakhmut. I sent them a couple of... I'll actually... Hold on. Where's the picture? And Jhon, I'm going to put he sent me back a Ukrainian flag. I sent him over 2 bottles of whiskey, 2 bottles of Jameson whiskey, when she went there in April. And he sent me back a Ukrainian flag and 2 bullets. I'll actually show you the bullet he sent me home. I'll actually get you the bullet right now. Hold on.
I'll tell you what caliber that is straight away. It's a proper percussion
I'll
cap,
tell you
yeah?
straight up, it's 50 cal. That's a fucking 50 cal. That's the bullet he sent me home.
The big
That's the bullet he
percussion
sent me
cap
home. I'll
there,
send him over 2
Jesus
bottles of whiskey.
Christ.
Listen, if you want to hear stories about what's really going on the front line, I'll get a woman on it. And she's no problem talking about it, because she knows I come on here, and she thinks it's interesting.
Yeah, I don't want to get too much into politics with it. I'd just like to
I
know,
would.
like, you know, we just talk about how she's feeling about it. I don't want to get too political into it because it could be a bit too much for her. But if you
No,
want
look
to
at all
talk
these
to
people
her,
like really going, I'm not that stupid. Why would I go and help? It's not my country. But I'm telling you straight up, if fucking Ireland go to war, if the UK go to war, if Wales goes to war, of course we're all going to help. I can't understand the amount of Ukrainian men that are all around Europe. From 19 to 45, there's fucking millions of them. They're all taxi drivers now. They're all doing stupid jobs. Sorry, that's pussy mode for me.
crazy PD, man. It's
Someone
crazy
said
over there.
7
A war, if somebody would have told me there would be a war right in the middle, right?
No, someone said that's 7.26 ammo. What's I thought that was a 50 cal, no?
I can't see. Pull it back. Pull it back to
I
your face.
don't know
So I
what
can
it is.
see.
It's a
That's
big
it.
bullet, bro.
Oh, fucking hell, it's a bit hard to tell. What was that? That was the last one in the clip he gave to you. It was a ceremonial thing. That's what he do his wife, did he? Or because that's what they usually do. You know, like say they take out someone really important, whoever took that shot. They'll keep that bullet or that clip, and they'll either give that to the person as a ceremonial offering.
This lad went on a video call with Irina there one night. She was in work with me, and I looked in, and all you can hear is ping, pew,
Yeah.
pew. And this lad's on the phone, cool as a breeze, talking away to his missus.
Fucking hell. That's a dangerous shit, man. PD, what do you think about what's going on in Serbia? I said it on Expo, so I let you know there was a school shooting over there 3 weeks ago. Listen, I got it first hand, right? Look, that,
I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear about it. I have a lot of Serbian friends here. I don't want to hear about it. Not my business. Not your business.
Same here. I don't even want to talk about. It's terrible what's happening over there.
See the way in England, the Albanians. See the way in England, the Albanians are big. They ain't big in Europe. See the way in England, the Albanians are big.
Yeah.
They ain't like that in Europe. The Serbians have a lot of power in Europe.
Yeah, do you know why? Because the UK is a proper pussy country. All the ones who are who people think are running it, they're not. They're just kids. They're just kids who can get all the drugs easy.
I got told by my Serbian mate the other day. A lot of these Albanians that are in England, they're not even Albanians. They're Macedonians.
Fucking hell, you're not stupid, you are, PD. I wasn't expecting you to come out and say that. Thing is, with the Serbs, they're a little bit more quieter. Do you know what I mean? They're a little bit more quieter. They're more bagmen. They're more money men, aren't they? You know, with the Albanians, they're more flash violence. And do you know what I mean? Albanians, where it's more coordinated. And do you know what I mean? They're more. But
that was the problem in Ireland, bro. All these boys started posting on Instagram and posting their money and that's what killed the Irish market.
The Irish mafia will always be there, right? They all fucking died and they all pulled out. Because don't forget, they wouldn't get in it from the source.
He won't behave. Uncle T and these fucking 80 Macedonians. Behave. Come on. Behave.
You know, that's funny, man.
I do like Uncle K. Uncle K is funny, but Uncle K gets to the point where he can only go so far, and then he loses his
mental health gets the better of him.
Yeah,
you got it. He takes this serious.
He is funny, man. He is funny.
A lot of weed, mental health kicks in.
I won't knock him. He is funny.
I like him. Bro, listen, before he was even on YouTube.
Is Living in London still going?
Before he was even on YouTube going
PD, hold on, let me read this. Big up my mate in Fenwick is asking for you. Hold on, I'm reading the comment. Who's your mate in Fenwick? Don't obviously give your mate. Is it? Sorry, he'll kick me off. I'll jump back on. Post the link again. I'll jump back on.
And just like our people, we're back. Well, not a nice, interesting talk. So, you know, when we're actually talking about stuff and we're having an opposing view, right, and you let somebody else talk and have their say, right, it's much, much better. Much, much better. I super enjoyed that talk, PD. Honestly, God, do you know what, right? People, that's how it's meant to be, right? Everyone having an argument, an argumentative and opposing view. Do you know what I mean? And that's the direction I'm going to take this channel in. Starting from Monday, you will never hear me fucking speak about anybody. Honestly, God. But who controls them, Pete? None of them have steroid addicted ballerina and jogger. Fucking hell. I've never seen a single guy Edinburgh on YouTube apart from you. Right, let me get this fucking link out in a minute. Do you know what? I would love nothing better, right, to have themed talks on here. You know, where I post out and say, okay, what do you all want to talk about? We're going to talk about this. Right, so what we talk about, I'll have to research it. Yeah, Monday, I got the talk with Smithers about drug addiction and how we overcome it and reasons like that and how we started, you know, and how we got out of the drug thing and what made him change. So we can have that theme talk. That's going to be on Monday night. He's working. And then what I'll organise PD saying to have no political talk, either what started or what in this point. But we're going to talk about people's for you know, people on the front line, their experiences, what their families are going through, how do they feel about it, and what do you reckon they can see the war going in. And we're just going to take it that way, lads. I'll let you know. Matty, what not the talk we all just had then?
I don't know, it was alright. My reception's shocking. I'm in and out like a yo-yo on my reception. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, but if you were listening, right, PD was we had a wicked conversation, right? There was loads of opposing views and everything, right? So Matty, right, I want you to be part of it, right? Look, right, don't worry about what's happened in the past, right? I'm all about forgiving and moving on, right? Monday, I've been Smithers on. He's agreed to it, right? We're going to talk about management, how we got on the drugs, got off it, how he felt, what it was like going through it, and all that, right? So we're just going to be talking about that, and then Tuesday or Wednesday, I'll have PD on, and we're going to talk about because he's. Yeah, go on, Matty.
I'd go for it, bro. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, go for it, bro. That's what I say. Do you know what I mean? Take your channel in a different direction. Do you know? Leave all this shit behind. Do you know what I mean?
Bro, listen, I just had an epiphany, right? When PD said that, I just thought, you know what? Fuck it. Why not? Right? I don't care what anyone says who I have on my panel or anything like that. Right? Anybody, right, who can talk, yeah, who can hold a conversation, right? You're more than welcome to. And Matty, if you think of it like a subject you want to talk about, right? I'm up for it. Right? I'll go live 3 times a week. Yeah, we go only live for an hour and a half, right? And we can talk about anything you want. Any subject, right? We just talk about it, right? Get it off at it, like real.
I like the other true crime. I like the rise and fall of the Kinahans and stuff like that, mate. You know what I mean?
Oh my god, Brevs, listen, do you know why I come to YouTube? I used to research, right? It was on a page called Plastic Paddy, right? And I used to research everything to do with Kinahan, right? And listen to this, right?
Yeah.
He had, bro, listen, it was about a year ago. No, it's got to be about 2 years ago now. He had a solicitor, right? I was so deep entrenched in it. He had a solicitor on there, right? One of the solicitors who was a prosecutor who was prosecuting him. And this was about 2-3 weeks after he got arrested, Matty, right? And he had him on there, and I was on there, and we had a proper talk about it. So what I'm going to do for you, right? Friday or Thursday, or whenever you got time, Friday or Thursday, right? We'll do a bit of research into it, yeah, and jump on, right? Just jump on, right? We'll all have a say, no guff talk, no nothing.
That Epstein Global, that was his downfall, getting involved in that. But
do you know what the downfall of it was? Do you know what, it wasn't the thing in the hotel. That wasn't the okay. That's where it went all public in the media. But do you know what the big downfall was?
got Garth in the chat.
Oh, Garth, look, wait, Matty, what do you think? Should I let him on, lad? Because I just want to talk.
Let him on. Listen, he's been getting loads of shit. Let him on. He's Garth's. He just.
Yeah.
He's easily one to get the end of the day. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what?
Fucking,
I'm not going with the flow no more. Look, I know Garth never docks. Look, right, Garth's getting picked on. Let's be honest, isn't he? Right, Garth's an easy target. He just gets picked on of him. Right, and I don't want to do that anymore, Matt. Yes, know what I'm about, lad. I'll let him on. Well, right, watch this, right? We'll have a normal conversation with him, right? Watch the normal conversation with him, right? So we can get to really know who he is instead of calling him all fucking names and pushing fake narratives out. There you go. The link's out there, lad, if you want to jump on.
Yeah, but nice to have one of them fucking Kinahan nights, though, where we talk about that rise and fall of them. Do you know what I mean?
Bro, I'll get Plastic Paddy. Listen, Plastic Paddy's an expert in it, right? He's so deeply connected with it all, right? I know 100% fact, right? Because I know him well. He will 100% come on, right? And he'll talk about it as well, right? So I'll get Plastic Paddy, you, and PD, yeah? And I'll happen Thursday or Friday. Right? We're going to have a deep dive into it. A deep dive. Trust me. I'll let you on now. Give me 2 seconds.
Do it. Do it.
Garth, how are you feeling tonight, lad? I hope you're feeling okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty good. How are you, mate? You all right?
Yeah, I'll be honest, Garth. The reason why I'm going live and doing these live streams is the holidays. I got like a lot of time to myself, and I just thought, you know what? Let's try something different. Garth, how are you sleeping? Are you sleeping okay? Tell us how you're feeling, Garth. Now, don't tell us about anyone personally. Tell us how you're feeling.
Yeah, I don't sleep that much, to be honest with you. I miss Cesspit, I've got to be honest. I do miss it. How are you, Matty? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good, Garth. Feel, mate. Hope you're good, mate.
Yeah, thanks, mate. I'm all right.
Yeah, it's nice for me to have a break away from it, Garth, to be honest with you. I've had it up to here with it all. You know, I just can't be arsed with all that childish shit no more. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's hard work, isn't it, trying to stay away. I do get it. I do.
You seem to be a little bit of you seem to be a sucker for your own punishment, dogs. You can't seem to resist jumping on panels. You like to go on, and I think that's what makes your blood boil when you jump on and they all start jumping on your back, to be honest with you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, mate, I'm not really like that, to be honest. I'm not really like that person. I'm a totally different person to that. But yeah, it's all right.
Garth, look, I'm out of character, right? And I mean this from the bottom of my heart.
Mate, look, I know
it's hard. Garth, let me have my say a sec, right? I know it's hard for you not to watch it, right? But look, right, you're getting used for views, right? They're pushing a fake narrative on you, Gaff, right? And they're goading you, right? And putting you in a position, right? Because they know how to do it, right? Where you're going to say silly things. Gaff, do you know what? You know, if you never went on there, believe it or not, you're the main character, right? And I do you know what? I'm ashamed and embarrassed to say it, right? I was guilty of it, right? I was like that. We get someone on, you know, we'd have like 3 or 4 people to gang on them. We'd use a technique of over talking, and then before you know it, it's like everyone's vultures. They'll all jump on it, Gaff. You know, this is the Gaff. Like, you know, when Gaff, hang on, you know, when I can talk, you can actually taking it in, right? That's the best thing. I can't give like wholesome advice, right? I can only just say what I'm thinking and my opinion. Right, Gaff, look, you're welcome to come on. You know, you know, you want to talk, as long as it's not talking about anyone. You know, if you want to talk or you're stressed out and that, just come on, tell me how you're feeling. And you know, when you have a decent conversation like we are now, right, you go to bed and you'll feel good about it. Right, but Gaff, I'm actually asking you, right, to stay off them panels. Right, watch them by all means, because I can't tell you what to watch. Right, but for your mental health, your physical health, and your zen, as they call it, Gaff, don't do it, lad. Come on, man.
Yeah, mate, I totally agree with you. I've had a great day today. I've got to be honest with you. I had a really lovely day in the sun. What's it like down your way, Matty? Was it hot? No, John, was it hot up your way? Or down your way?
Boiling, mate.
Oh,
you know
mate.
what, in my house, where it's one of them big old Victorian house, it's cooler. In my man cave, it's cooler than it is outside, you know, because I use all directional flow with the, I still got the grower's head on me, the grower's attitude. I use all directional flow to, you know, to get all air in the house.
Are you still cropping, mate?
Yeah, I used to, and I was really, really good at it, but I used,
it'd be perfect.
I used some things that I learned for the house. Well, don't forget, Gaff, I got like there's 6 kids. There's me and my wife, 6, 7, 8. My you know, like their friends, their girlfriends, and everything like that, the older ones. So when you got all them people in the house and all them dogs and constantly cooking, right, you have to have some management with airflow in your house. Do you know what I mean?
Mate, it's a nightmare. I know you like all that. You're a busy fella. I know you like all that. Tomorrow I'm getting a little paddling pool out for my dog.
Oh, that's nice. How's the dog, Gaff? Is he okay?
Yeah, she's getting old, mate. You know, she's 13 now, little Jack Russell. But yeah, tomorrow I'll get a little paddling pool out. It's only about an inch deep. Bless her. She just goes in with a little pool. Man. Yeah, you know, it's funny.
Well, you can tell a lot by someone how they look after their animals. Do you know that? I can tell a lot, like with PD. Well, everyone thinks PD's like some proper.
Yeah, no, PD's all right. He looks after us.
PD, right? I can tell, right? He loves his wife. He loves his kids. Right? He loves his animals. Cares about his animals and how. So I know deep down inside he's a good guy. Do you know what I mean? It's like people like that on here, right?
And I feel for him. I do feel for PD with his 4-fingered gloves. It's not easy to buy them.
See, this is a Gaff I like, mate. This is a Gaff I like. And Gaff, what you've got to understand is this side of the community.
Go on.
Gaff, this side of the community that you're deep entrenched in, and that I don't even want to mention them anymore. But these lives that you go on, right? They're not good, right? And you and Tunes are their main character. You know, if you just disappeared, they'd have nothing or nobody to have a go at, lad. Honestly, God.
I know. I thought about that for a little while. I thought about it for a little while, and then I think, who's going to tell them then? Who's going to turn up and tell them? Because no one wants to come on, do they? No one wants to say anything. So anyway, I'm not going to come on here and talk about them.
Gaff, right? Have you ever spoke to someone, you know, when you had that heart attack, right? They must have assigned you a key worker, and what was the reason for it? Have you ever spoken to someone professionally and told them what you're going through?
Mate, I've had 2 heart attacks, and yeah, it's a constant thing, mate. I've got to be honest. My heart's failing, if I'm really honest with you.
Fucking hell, Gaff, man, Jesus Christ! Gaff, come on now. Why? Look, I'm not fucking roasting you anymore. I'm sorry, lad. I can't do it.
No, behave yourself. Life's too short to worry about all that.
Gaff, look, I'm not about that, lad, anymore. right? PD, I just had an epiphany moment what PD said. Do you know what I mean? And I'm going to stick to
I don't know.
it.
What did PD
no more
say, mate?
random
Sorry, mate. I didn't. What did PD say?
PD just said, I would jump on, and I like channels that have educated talks and people who can talk and not talk over each other, and where you can have your say and you can converse and learn from it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
mate. I've got to say, PD's quite a good fellow. Like yourself, both. You can have a chat. Do you know what I mean? It's but there's loads of us out here. There's loads of us out here that can have a talk.
Matty, you're back. Your signal's terrible, lad.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm having a nightmare with it, bro, at the moment.
Yeah, it's better now. It's better. It's much better.
Matty, how's your dog, Matty? How's your dog's, Matty, in the sun? Because it's too hot for my little one.
I've got some, as I was saying to John last night, I've got some ice cubes that I wrap up in a towel and I just give them both.
Yeah. I was speaking to the wife about that.
What's that? What did he just say? What? Ice cubes?
Oh, to cool him down, right? To put he's got like a collar thing where you can put ice cubes in there, and it cools him right fucking down, bro. Well, I was thinking about that, and I mentioned it to my wife while Matty was on about, and she actually said, "Do you know what? I was actually looking at something like that to cool the dogs down, because we're going to have an unusually hot early summer, aren't we?"
Yeah, I think we are. Seasons are changing anyway. I've got one of those cool pads, for dogs.
Yeah, I know. I got them as well, the pads.
You can just lie on it yourself.
Pads.
I don't think I think this shit.
Matty, go on. Sorry, mate, you're breaking up. Anyway, I'll talk. Yeah, so I put mine down, and my dog fucked it off, and she went and just laid somewhere else. Do you know what? In fact,
if you don't mind me asking,
my dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, 13. I've got a little Jack Russell, mate. 13.
Oh, 13. I got one. I got a sausage, a black and tan, long hair. He's 20. He's got to be about 22, 23 now. It's very old.
Really?
Very, very old.
There's different ages for little dogs. They used to think it was 7 years, didn't they? But that was for big dogs. I think it's 7, 5, and
he can't get it. He's so cute. Do you know what he does, Gaff? Do you know what he does when he can't get up on the step? Taps his foot on the floor to get my attention, right? So he'll walk up to the step, right? Because he never moves off his chair, right? So he walks up the step and he goes, and he'll tap his leg, and I've got to pick him up, take him to the toilet, right? Then he'll turn around, go to the door, the other step, tap his foot, right, like that, and I pick him and I put him back in. But the Dobermans, right, I'll make a video of it for you, Gaff, right? Do you know what my Dobermans do? They fucking open, right? They've learned how to open all the gates, because I've got to put gates all in the house, on the inside the house, right? Listen to this, right, bruv? They know how to open the gates. Yeah, right, look, they know how to open the door to go to the toilet, right? So I caught the other one doing the other day, closing the fucking door behind it, bro. Mate, I'm not, bro, listen, I never trained it. Bro, Gaff, on my kid's life, right? I shit you not, right? I never trained, bro. I never trained it to do it, right? Right, my missus's dog is highly trained. They call it a Velcro dog, right? The proper stuck to it, like he's trained to look after her. He's trained to guard her, right?
Mate, I've got to say, I've seen your dog. I was going to ask you a question actually about it.
Yeah, go on, fire away.
Yeah, so you've got a few woofers, haven't you? And how many are yours? You know what I mean? How many come to you rather than you're better off?
Oh God. Well, all of the dogs are mine. They're obviously signed over to me. Those dogs are mine.
Yeah, no, I'm on about emotionally yours.
I think we've got 9. I'm not sure. I think we've got 9 dogs at the moment. But I make a point. I feed all of the dogs. It's me who feeds them. It's me who's in charge of them.
Yeah, I do get that.
One dog, right? That's why when I go live in the night, it's very rare. You see the brown Doberman, you see the 2 black ones. But that is always where my missus is. Right? And back to what I was saying, Gaff, I listened to this. I was sat down. I fell asleep downstairs, right? And fucking, I heard the gate go, and I thought it was one of the kids. And then I heard him walk into the back, right? And I heard the door open. I thought, he's gone to shit. Boy, that's all good, isn't it? And then I heard it close it behind. I could hear it like making some mad like footsteps. So I got up, I looked at him, right? And I'm like, what the fuck you doing, bro? It closed, right? It closed the fucking door behind him, bro. I was like, what the fuck, bro? Bro, I was like, do I give it a house key now? You know, do I, you know, what do I do, bro? Bro, little fucker's sleeping in my wife's bed, bro. Bruv, I swear he's sleeping in my wife's bed, bruv. You know, I need to ask my wife some serious questions, bro. Do you know what I mean? Fucking hell, I'll be giving it a house key and shit, bruv.
Mate, see, I've only got one, so it's easy for me. Mine sleeps for me. She sleeps like a human, mine.
Oh, mate, do you know what?
Yeah, she's got her own pillow.
I can't help it,
what? It's, yeah, mate, when I got her, she was about, I don't know, 8 inches long. And they say, yeah, it's heartbreaking. You can't do it when they're puppies, you know. And then I put her in the bed next to me, and that's how she sleeps. Anyway, that's how she sleeps, like a human next to me. It's funny as fuck, mate, honestly.
Yeah. Well, just before the pups go, right? You know, just before like their family, we call it family, right? Like I say to the kids, I don't say customer. I say, got a mum or a dad coming, and she's going to her family. Right, what I do just before, I don't let him go 8, 9, or 10 weeks. Right, it's usually about the 13th week I let him go. So what we do, I purposely give all to the kids. Right, I give each one of the kids a dog, right, and for the whole week, right, they can take that dog to bed with them, and they can socialise with that dog, and
that's
you know, so yeah. So then, when they go to their family, then you know they socialise with children, and you know they know how to handle.
That's pretty smooth, John. I've got to be honest, that is pretty smooth.
Them bulldogs, them bulldogs I got first one at 3.5 month old, and then I got the second one at 4 month old. But they don't let their dogs go until they're 12-week old either.
Yeah, you hit the name on the head, PD. Not PD, Matty. Right, listen, bro. I've had people saying to me, why don't you sell them on between week 8 and week 10? And I'm like, yeah, I could sell them, right? But they're just not ready, right? Because when I want them to go, I want them puppy trait, right? I want them to ring me, right? Because it's no better feeling, right? You know, when a customer rings up, right? Or I call them new parents.
Yeah, but the bulldogs, the breeder I get my bulldogs off, the flaps in the nose. That's when they tend to irritate them between 10 and 12-week old when they're a pup, and that's how they know if they're going to have trouble breeding. So he won't let he won't let the bulldogs go until he knows the flaps in the throat and at the top of the nose are all good to go, so they can breathe properly.
Yeah, that's ethical. I like that. But do you know what? I was fucking thinking, as you said that. I mean, my ear stand.
I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know anything about that.
Yeah, it's like with sausage dogs when their ears, right? They're really like it's hard to explain, right? But when their ears start to drop a little bit, right, I know, right? Okay, they're maturing, their skulls are growing. You know, I call it getting their length. You know, because a sausage dog, a puppy sausage dog, they're not stretched, they're not long. You know, when they get that little shape to them, you know, the sausage shape, as I call it, that's when they go. You know, because you got to think, right? I wouldn't, right? If I was going to buy a puppy off someone, right, I'd want to shit in, right? Okay, the first couple of days they got them out in the territory, right? They can have a little scrap with the other dogs, right? That's acceptable, right? But what you got to think of, right? Matty, it's the God's honest truth, right? When a new pup goes to their home, right? I want them to ring me back or show me pictures in about a month or two and say, "Oh, you've changed our life. They're brilliant. They're house trained."
Yeah, well, the guy who I got mine off, the couple, it's a man and woman who I get mine off, and they do like 2 home visits. So they do the first home visit to come. Obviously, they know we had the other dog, so we didn't have a first home visit on the second dog. We just have a second visit, and a week before you get the dog, they come round. They make sure you've got the dog beds. They make sure you've got your food. They make sure you've got play toys for the dogs to interact with humans. They just don't want the dogs being left alone. They want the dogs to be like a human. Mine are, do you know what I mean? We watch telly, the dogs sit on the sofa with us and watch telly, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's, you know, I couldn't, if I'd have, and I haven't done that, and I've had this conversation before about having a season or not having a season. It doesn't really matter, but I couldn't have even given my puppies away if my dog. I couldn't do it. It'd be heartbreaking. I'd have kept them all.
The thing is with them bulldogs, Garth, they're a bit thingy as well because the bulldog can't give a natural birth. You have to have a cesarean done on them. It's like $2,000 for the cesarean. No, when they have a litter, bulldogs can't give natural birth.
Mate, I didn't know
with
that.
them bulldogs, the menus can be astronomical on them. You just got to have a look at the dog PD's got.
Oh, fucking hell, mine went out the tan. I've got my first one, Cess. She, obviously, you've all seen her. She's lilac and tan. Then, obviously, I've got the other one now, 16-week-old. Do you know what I mean? He's pure male. He's brown with black dots all over him. Do you know what I mean? One fold on 2 3 4. Do you know what I mean? So I got a male one. I was going to go for the male the first time when we got Cessy, but the male what I was picking, it had skin complaints, and the breeder won't let it go because it had skin complaints. Do you know what I mean? But obviously, when I went back to look at the litter of pups and that, he actually kept the dog with the skin complaints. The breeder had actually kept it, so I thought that was nice. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course it is. I mean, you know, everyone falls in love with them, and you can't help it. I'm glad you said about male and female. What do you think is better, male or female?
Well, I've got kids. I've got 4 kids, and I personally think bitches are better than kids. I think they're a lot calmer than bitches.
It's the nail on the edge. It's the nail on the edge, Matty. It's the nail on the edge.
I think,
kids and not boy dogs, like all bitches, every one of them.
Yeah, mine's a little young lady, so yeah, I agree. But
dogs. I got 2 boy dogs. Of all my dogs, the one is the stud, right, and the other one was we took it to do the end of life care. She's in that. Callie will explain it. Well, we would never take boy dog on in this house, obviously, because it's all girls and everything like that. But we got a stud the other day, a very rare sausage dog. I'll show it to you, Matty. And the other boy dog we got, we took it on 4 or 5 years ago. I knew the dog, he wasn't in the best of health. And the lady who had the dog, she could walk. She was in hospital. She had COVID. She almost died. So, we took the dog on. But the thing I've noticed now with the boy dog that we've got, all girls, right, will nip him and fight with him for attention because they want attention off him. But he fucking hates men. Do you know the guy? Right, the guy we bought it off.
Most women.
Yeah, while we're talking about dogs, I just want to say I know John's the dog breeder as well. I know John won't mind me saying this, right? But if you are thinking about getting a dog, please go around the homeless shelters first to have a look for a dog before you think about buying a puppy. You know what I mean? I know John's a breeder.
That's well said.
But John's probably got his customers anyway.
Well, listen, right, taking a dog on, right, I think it's the most passionate thing you can do, right? And if anyone is looking for a dog, as a companion, right, what you got to understand is dogs, right, and this is to the whole community, right? Dogs get stressed, right? They can cry, right? They can pine, right? They can get so stressed they can die. They get happy. They need to be played with. They also need love. It's a two-way relationship, right? A lot of these dogs in the homes, right, is where people have died, where people have bought them as a fashion accessory, and it didn't work out. And when that dog is being abandoned, right, all they know is, right, that they abandoned, right, and it could stress them out. But when the most amazing thing someone can do, right, is take a rescue dog on. And I tell you what, you don't understand how grateful some of these dogs are when they just want to be loved. And if that's what you're looking for, compassion, exactly what Matty said, right, please go and give a dog a chance. Right? It's like a human.
Yeah, John, it's weird. I looked at getting a dog the other day after mine goes. I was just looking because I can't be without a dog now. Absolutely not. And I'm hoping that she's got a few years left in her. I'm 52, so I'm thinking, I'll just rescue the last one. The last one. That's what I'll do. I wouldn't get a puppy again. It doesn't, you know.
Do you know what? You know the last little we had. I'm going to let my wife's going to wait this. Right, listen to this. The last little we had, right, was no, sorry, last little we had was the Doberman, but before that it was the sausages. And we were like, yep, right, okay, right, this one. So, oh, look, we got a nice colour. We got this one. We had like loads of rare colours in the litter. And we had one which was so fucking rare, right? We just had to keep. I wanted to sell it for the money. You know, I wanted it, you know, to get the money in, but it was so nice, right? We broke our cardinal rule. We kept the cutest and the most expensivest one. We did. Yeah, we couldn't fucking help it. The kids were super attached to it. Yeah, and every time the new parents were coming, coming to pick up their new bundle of fun, I noticed my eldest daughter would come in and she'd give me like she looked at me like, no, I want to keep it. But
the thing is, in your game, Jhon, when you're breeding dogs, you have to keep the best because you have to lead by example, and you need to throw good dogs. So when you see a good dog, you have to keep that dog to get the next litter of dogs to better yourself, don't you? Do you know what I mean?
It's called selective breeding. Right, because at the end of the day, right,
it's called merchandise. It's called merchandise in your stock. That's what it is, mate.
Fucking, I can't say anything. I just hit the nail on the head. You summed it all up, Matt. You just fucking hit the nail on the head. Why PD will tell you. Why you ask anyone, what do you go for? Why structure? Why comes to bitch? Why structure? Aesthetics. Right, health. Right, and when you get boy, right, you're looking at, you know, you want to produce him boy, right? You got to get them numbers checked. The color has to be perfect. The face, everything has to be even. Do you know what I mean? And not just good, it's got to be the best. And always get it tested, but always. Well,
this is real weird because when we went to Kennel Club, fucking RSSA, the first lilac bulldog, we had right problems because the lilac and tan, it's not a recognised colour within the fucking Kennel Club on the British Bulldogs, do you know what I mean? And some of these exotic colours, what they're bringing out.
Yeah, like, listen to this, right? White Dobermans, right? They're super rare, right? Nearly all of them all over the planet, right, are accounted for, right? There was one of them, right, a very, very rare Doberman. It was up in Swansea, a little bit out of Cardiff, right? It was up in Swansea. Right, so we had somebody, right, I got to stop saying, right. So my wife was coordinating, right, this professional. Yeah, she's one of the biggest women in the country for breeding Dobermans, right? She said, oh, go on, we give it a go, right? We won't go for the stud we always use. We're going to go for the white when we got something different. Wife went up there, right, to have a look at the dog, the facility, right, you know, so she could stand in front of the people, speak to them, you know, they are. The one thing we done, right, is it came recommended. We didn't say, look, we want to check the numbers, you know, the sperm count and everything, right? We trusted it. We went with it. Minimum, we were expecting 8 pups. Do you know what we had? We had one pup. One pup. So the moral of that story is, right, you know, like a white Doberman, Matty, they're not recognised, mate. They're not, because they say, you know, if you're in a hot climate, they don't do good. You know, their eyes in a hot climate. Their skin, if you're in a hot climate as well, you know, where they're white, you know, it doesn't work out with them. It affects them. You know, they can get melanoma, but I'm just glad we're not going with them again. We're going back with the recognised stud that we're going with. Thank God.
Boys, I'm going to have to jump off. Look, Jhon, thanks for letting me on. Nice one. Thank you, mate. Matty,
before you go, Gaff, right, I just want to say it was lovely to speak to you in a normal capacity and just like 3 guys over the pub having drinks, not point scoring, right? And it was nice the PD broke the ice, yeah? Done a bit of conflict resolution with Matty and got it all over and done with, right? And it's
never had a problem with Matty.
And it's nice that every one of us has spoken our mind without personally attacking someone. So tonight, what I want to do, I'm going to end this live stream on a positive note. I want to thank Matty for coming on. I want to thank Garth.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Yeah, big up, Garth. Respect.
Yeah, cheers, Garth. Right, I just want to say thank you for being normal, everyone, right? And what we're going to do, Monday, we're going to change it up, right? As I said, we're going to do 3 nights a week, no more. We're going to have Smithers on, and he's going to speak to us, and I'm going to open up a little bit as well.
Well, what we'll do, John, I'll fire a new live up, a new channel. We'll get some subs on it. We'll do 3 nights on yours, and then we'll do a co-host on mine, and we'll do like a bit of a roast of the wimps.
Matty, do you know what, right? Mate, I'm up for it. Right? But let's not break, right, the cardinal rule and became the thing that we hated so much, right? And if we we'll do it in a comedy way. Like, do you remember that video with all the sex offender shuffle? Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
Listen, I was in tears. Bro, listen, this is not laughing. Why is he called serious? Why, you know, when I come on, right, I watched it, right, twice over. And you know the part where it came on and I was on there doing the shuffle and that? Brev, right? Funny, right? Matty, right? Keep that shit like that. I'm telling you, I'm begging you, right? That shit, right, was funny, right? And I know Expo, right, was laughing, right? And everyone who was named in that video, right, was funny. But look, boys, right, we're going to go now, right? Monday is going to be Smithers. And then we're going to take it from there. And if that goes good, right, then we're going to do themed ones with Matty, right? And it's going to be no guff talk or anything, right? So just before I go, I'd like to say to Gav, thank you for coming on. I'd like to say thank you, Matty. And everyone stay safe, right? Have a good night, right? We'll see you Monday. And listen, I love all of you. Matty, Gav, thank you very much. Have a good night. Tell the family I love everyone. Good. Everyone, thank you very much.